Hey, I'm gonna make another video about teaching you the basics of reading candlestick charts. Okay, so in the last video, in the previous video, I talked about the difference between a red candle and a green candle on the candlestick chart. So you can watch the previous video if you don't know what's a red candle and a green candle are. So we'll continue now with the candlestick chart. Okay. So now instead of writing a green candle and a red candle or switching up markers, the clear candle will be a green candle, and then I'll just do that like a black candle is like the red candle. Okay, so on a chart you'll have two access points, like instead of in algebra how you have x-axis and the y-axis, you will have the price here. So maybe here we have like $1, and then here like 105. Okay, and then like 110. So you'll see something like that for looking at a candlestick chart. So this is the price, and so if we have these candles, if you're looking on a computer, it'll have like a cursor or straight line. If you hover your mouse here, and you can probably easily see. So in this chart, the price of the last candle, it closed approximately at 105. Okay, and then maybe the high of the candle was like 107 or 108. Okay, so now down here, okay, I don't want to keep holding this up, so I'll just make the axis like here so you can see it. Okay, so down here we'll have a time frame. So when you're looking at a candlestick chart, each candle will represent a specific time. So maybe you might be looking at the 1 day, 1 minute chart. And so down here, each point here on this axis might be a minute. So this might be like 9. Okay, it's hard writing like this. So 9:30, and then the next time might be 9:31. If it's the 1 minute chart, it'll be going by minute by minute. Okay, and then this is 9:32. Okay, so normally the stock market in the US, it opens at 9:30 New York time. Okay, so this would represent the opening price, and then 9:32 now the price is back at 105. And then at 9:03 you would start to see a candle forming. So maybe the downtrend continues and it goes down to $1. Okay, so this would be a 1 day, 1 minute chart. So when you're looking at a candlestick chart, you can change time frames. So maybe you could be looking at the 1 day, and instead of the 1 minute chart, okay, I'll just get my finger dirty. I was thinking, do I want to erase it with the eraser? Okay, so so maybe now you're looking at the 1 day and 5 minute chart. And so then if you're looking at the 5 minute chart, these would be time frames of 5. Instead of seeing it as 9:30, 9:31, 9:32, maybe you will see it as 9:35 and then 9:40. Okay, and then the price will stay the same. Or it'll just show the price won't really change. Okay, but down here the time will change depending on what time frame you're looking at. And then maybe you could even look at the 15-minute chart. So the 1 day and the 15-minute chart. And then you can also be looking at, okay, I'm just gonna grab the eraser. So then you can also be looking at a daily chart. So maybe it'll be like 1 day, and you're looking at the 6-month chart. And so then down here, the time would be representing a day. If you're looking at the 6-month and the 1 day, so then that means each candle, so like if you were going to the 5-minute chart, each candle represents 5 minutes. When 5 minutes passes, a candle will form. Another 5 minutes, another candle. So now, if you're looking at the 6-month, 1 day chart, each candle now will represent a whole day. So down here, instead of seeing times, you can see days. So maybe this was on 11/1, and then this would be 11/2, and then this candle would be on the 3rd of the month. Okay, so when you're looking at these charts, you can change them up like that. And you can even go further down. So you could, if you want, you can be looking at like a monthly chart. So then each candle, can represent a month. So I don't know how they would abbreviate it, but that's not 1 minute. So let's say 1 month. I'll just abbreviate it like that. And then maybe you're looking at the maximum time frame available on the chart. And so if you were looking at the monthly chart, then the time frame down here, each candle would represent 1 month. So this would be maybe, you're looking at it on the 8th of 20 22, and then this would be on the 9th of 2022, and then this candle would be on October 2022. Okay, so depending on the time frame you're looking at, that's what each candle would represent. So, of course, if you're day trading, you're not going to be really looking at the daily chart or the monthly chart. You would go looking at the intraday chart. And so the intraday chart would always be, you're looking at like one day and then whatever minutes you're looking at. So whether it's, you could be looking at a 1 hour chart or a 1 minute chart. But if you're looking at it within a day, this would be considered the intraday chart. And if you're looking at a daily chart, like the 1 day, 1 month, that would be considered the daily chart. Okay, and then you would maybe see, depending on the chart, on most candlestick charts, you would at least probably see a level 1. And so the level 1 might be somewhere up on top. So the level 1 will show you the bid price and the ask price. So the bid price, you can think of like bidders at an auction, like, do I hear $1? Do I hear $2? So the bidder are the buyers. So you'll see the bid price, and then you would see the ask price, and the ask price is like the seller. What price is the seller asking? And so on the level 1, you would see the current price. So down here now it would represent, the minutes. I don't need to write it again, but it could be like 9:30, 9:31, 9:32, and then on the bid it would show the current price. So let's say here, if at 9:32 it closed at $1, so then maybe the bid would be $1, and then the ask price would be 101. And so if you want to buy this stock now, you'll maybe, if you put in an order to buy this stock at $1, you would be on the bid. And then let's say if you bought the stock, maybe you bought it at like 108 or something, and then when it went back to $1, you're thinking that, let me get out and sell. And so if you sell, you might end up on the ask. You're trying to sell the stock at 101. And so the level 1 would show you the current price, and then the bid and the ask. So if the bid and the ask is 1 and 101, don't expect to buy the stock at 95 cents. If you put in an order at 95 cents and the bid and the ask are 1 and 101, don't expect to get your order executed. Okay, but if you're trying to buy the stock at $1 or $1.01, your order will probably go through. Okay, so that's some more basics about the chart. And so in the next video, I can talk more about different types of candles and maybe some basic candle patterns. Okay, so that's all. Silently burping. Okay, goodbye.